Hello everyone, this is a 5x5 blindfold examples of Qflan gave me this scramble, so I will be breaking down everything regarding how I solve the cube or how I memorize the cube. So first of all, I need to say that my orientation is blue on top, red front, and my buffers are UFR, UL, and UBL. So the methods that I use are for corners, wings, and midges, Treestail, and Orozco. Normally I use Orozco whenever I don't know an algorithm. You know, when I get a Treestail case that I don't know, I just use Orozco, but I try to use Treestail as much as I can. And for centers, T-centers, and X-centers, it's just standard U2. Also, when I have parity, what I do, it's this swap, UR swap for both wings and midges, and I execute an algorithm in corners when I have this corner parity thing. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, so we can start with the examples. So first of all, I will just memorize the tube, starting from corners, then going to wings, then going to midges, then going to T-centers, then X-centers, and then I will execute all of that in the reverse order. So it will be X-centers, T-centers, midges, wings, and corners. And also I use Roman runes for all of the piece types except for the X-centers. I memorize X-centers using audio. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we can start off with the scramble. First of all, here we have BH. This is my buffer, so I will break into a new cycle here in B. So this will be BH. That's batch, Johann Sebastian Bach. Then the O, Dodo. Then KR, Chirito. Then N, and that's parity. So because we have a number of thirds, we have parity here. Then LG, and this LG, it's a corner twist, so I will just imagine the twist pretty much. And now we can move to wings. So here we have HB, that's Habo, and DI, that's Dibujo. Then EL, sorry, that's Eliana. Then TG, that's Tora. Then N, and that finishes the cycle. This piece here will be B in a standard solve, but since I have corner parity, well, I'm doing the swap, so this is now my buffer, so I will have to bring to a new cycle here. I will break here in P. Because I think P it's like really fast for some algorithms. So P, and that's MP, that will be Nempesta. Then FB, that's favorite. Then RQ, that's Rochi. Then P, that finishes the cycle, so I have to bring it to a new cycle again because I still need to solve some pieces. So PO, I will break the cycle here in O. PO, Winnie Pooh. Then MK, that's merit card. Then JX, that's George. Then AW, that's Agua. Then US, that's United States. And then we finish the cycle here in O. So that's everything for wings. And since there is a number of targets, I will have to do parity for wings too. So I have both the wing and corner parity. So yeah, it's not a really good solve actually, but not a really good scramble. So now we move on to wings and to midges, and here this will be normally by buffer, but since I'm doing the swap, this will be B. So I go here, BD, that's Beth, then P, this is my buffer, so I will break here in A, so PA, that's Papa, then FR, that's French, then XS, that's extra short, then TU, that's to do, then B and Q, that's vaquero, like cowboy, but in Spanish. And I finish the cycle for midges. Now moving into T centers and H centers. Here we have T centers. T centers is QM. Here QM, that's Kemar. Then AE, that's Albert Einstein. Then IR, that's Iris. Then JU, that's Judas. Then FB, that's favorite. Then NL, that's Nolan. Then OH, one-handed. Then CW, that's Christian. And then we have PX, that's PlayStation, and we finish the cycle here in T. So we have also parity for the T centers. And now we have to move on to X centers. Here we have, I start here my buffer. This is BM, Batman, then FQ fuck here, then GC GameCube, then IN in, UR Ursula, then JB Jarvis, then SK Skate, WO, that's wall, use a sound, not like an actual image, just like a sound. And then XD, like XD from the thing that you normally type when you're chatting, XD. And we finish the cycle here in T again. So we have, and also there's parity, so we have all the parities in this scramble. What a nice scramble, actually, holy fuck. Okay. But actually, although we have all the parities, but it's not that bad compared to other scrambles, because I actually didn't have to break into a lot of cycles. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, it's a bit bad, but it's I don't know, it's like half bad, half decent. I don't know, it's a weird scramble. But it's really good to like break down, because you can show like all the things. I can show you all the things that I do when I solve the cube. There is literally everything in this scramble. So yeah, that's pretty much for the memorization. Now we can move on to execution. And now here in execution, I will start as I said with X centers, then T centers, then midges, wings, and corners. And I started with the X centers. This is BM, so I will execute B like this. Then M like this. Then FQ. I rotate here to do F. Then Q, I do it like this. Then G, I do this. C is just U2. I, it's this. And I rotate here and I do this. And we have UR. So set up to here. D to, I do this D to set up here. And do the standard alt. This is just like standard U2, nothing really fancy. I rotate here to R. And then JB, I do J like this. And this is what? Sorry, that's not J. I got really confused. What the fuck? So yeah, J. I confuse the algorithm. I do J like this. I rotate. Do this. And B. I do not. This is just the standard art without the setups. Oh fuck. And then SK. Okay, here. And then we have WO. I do O like this. And then we have XD. So D2 to set up the standard alg. Then D, since D it's second in my letter pair, I will have to do B instead, the algorithm for B, so I will do B. Because X is first and then D is second in the letter pair, so I have to do that. And then T, I rotate here to do T. Do this. And we have parity, so U2. And now we can move on to T centers, so we have QM. And I do Q like this, I rotate. And I can also execute M from here. So I will do it. Then we have A and C, these two targets per, these two pieces. What I do, it's just a setup. So A will be a setup to I and C will be a setup to Q. So I do setup and then I execute this I algorithm. And then E, I rotate to do E. Then I, R, rotate, and then execute R like this. Then J, U, I do J like this. Then U, it's just set up to B. So I rotate, set up, and do the B algorithm on the setup. Then F, B. So F is like this. And then B, it's just setup, rotation on B algorithm. Then we have NL. I will do this and this for L. And this one is OH. I rotate. I do O like this. And H, I will do this. I'm going really fast on this because it's like just standard YouTube, nothing fancy, nothing like interesting to showcase actually. Just standard YouTube. And also some of the algorithms that I use are like really, probably really bad. But I don't care that much about because I will eventually just learn full trees for T centers and H centers. So I don't care about like having bad algs in the H centers and T centers. So yeah, and now we have CW, and I do setup to Q, rotate and do the algorithm. Then W, setup to B with D prime, rotate and do the algorithm. Then rotate here. And then we have PX. So I do P like this. And X just D2 setup and B algorithm. And now we have T for the last target. And since there's parity, I will do just U2. And now we need to solve this. We will solve first midges. So this is BD. I know this tree still case. It's just like the U perm. Then PA. I also know this tree still case. It's just like this. Then FR. I also know this. It's pretty easy. Just this. XS, this one is just like this. And then TU, and this one is, I don't remember this one, so I will use Orozco here. So I will do first T, and then U. Then we have BQ. I remember this one. This one is like this. And that's pretty much for images. Now let's move to wings. HB. I like wrote it this way and do this. Then DI. I know this case. This case is like this. I know the twisted case, so I do it. Then EL. I also know this twisted case just like this. Fuck. Finny did it wrong. Fuck, dude, what's happening? What? Okay, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know what it did. I will just do Orozco in this case. I got a little bit confused because I know that ALK on 4-blind, but I don't know. I haven't tried on 5-blind. I just haven't practiced that much. And yeah, and then I will do L like this. Yeah, that's one of the problems that I have, that I normally try to use some twisted cases, but I just got confused because sometimes, you know, when in wings it's a little bit different from it's the same, but when you the turning, it's a little bit different from 4-blind, so I get something confused, and that kind of stuff happens. So in that case, I probably will just normally do the Orozco ALK. And here TG, I also know this case. This is pretty easy. Then MP. I know this ALK, but I won't do it on 5-line because I don't know. I just don't feel confident enough. So I will just do N and then P. And then FB. This is just like this. It's pretty easy. And then RQ, I just do this. And then PO, this one is also really easy. Then MK, this one is like this, pretty easy too. JX, I do like setup to this case, that will be WJ, and I do the ALK. And then AW, I also know this case, but I won't do it because there is a high chance that I will do it wrong. So I will do instead the Orozco here. So I do A, then W, and then US. And I know this one is just like rotate here and do this. And then we have O. So I do O. What I do when there is parity, I do O and B. So OB. So I do, if I have P, I will do PB. If I have a J, I will do JB. And then I will just execute the standard wing parity algorithm. And that I'll just like this. And now we have corners left, so I will do BH, then DO, KR. I don't remember this all because I will do Orozco. I will do K first, then R like this, then NL. I don't remember the parity, So I will do two like corner twists, and then I will just do a J-perm in this case. So I will do first corner twist, second corner twist, and now I'll do the J-perm. And here just have this arc, so I will move it up here and do the twist. And that's pretty much how I solve the 5x5 blindfold. I know I have to improve a lot of stuff. I am really slow actually. My PB is 925. I average like 5 minutes memorization and like 8 minutes execution because I post a lot. And you know, my algorithms are really weird. I use really bad algorithms for YouTube. Also, I use really bad, I don't know, memorization system. Sometimes I don't even use images. So I have to improve a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much how I solve it. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.